أنا جاي لحاجتين. الحاجة الواحد أنا جاي أتكلم فوقه. Leaders the Equatorians improve themselves for the history of South Sudan since we have the country called South Sudan. We Equatorian people, we are the wicked people ever in South Sudan. The reason we are the wicked people ever in South Sudan, because we fail to unite ourselves. We fail to work together because of the Equatorial land. We fail also to protect our children. And we fail to protect our land. The worst part of the children and the land, this is what is my concern. We have the wicked leaders in Equatoria. The leader who don't talk about his own issue and running after others, people, problems. You think that through those people problems, you can fix your problems? You are lying to yourself. Your problem is your problems. Your problem, nobody will fight for it. Only you have to stand for it and fight for it. And this is the wickedness of us, we Equatorians. Until today, we don't learn anything in South Sudan. I know there is a mistakes happen because we are human beings, okay? And we know there is a lot of things happen, but we still don't get that. We still don't want to find a way out on that. All we care about it, our self-interest. This is not how our grandfather, our grandparents work for us. You ask yourself as a leader, from the whole 43 plus tribe in Equatoria, what have you done to Equatorians? Equatorian citizens, mothers and daughters, are suffering in front of you guys' eyes. And you guys never come up to do something just to protect the children of Equatoria. This is one. Two, Equatorians land, it's become everybody land. Equatorian children are become everybody children. This is what is, we've been talking about it for all these years. What went wrong to Equatorians community? What's wrong? What is going on with Equatorians? Today you are an any dog and you're repeating to live as a dog inside your own region. This is not what your grandparents has done to you. Especially those leaders who calling themselves leaders of Equatorians. Your father was not a useless human being like you. If you are there, listen to me. You better listen very well. If your father from Equatorians and you are a leader of these two criminals or two, three, four criminals in South Sudan and you are part of them, I believe your father was not useless like you. And I believe you already you put the name of your own father down as well. Because if the men reach into the level, her own children's, it's been killed, raped, abused, his own land is being grabbing by force and all this stuff, and you're calling yourself you are a father of the house. Are you really father of the house? So Equatorians, Whatever is going on in South Sudan, you are the one is in danger. You are the one is in danger. Nobody else is in danger. Only you is in danger. If you don't understand, I want you to understand this and listen to me very careful. The Dinka and the Nuer and the Shuluk, those people, that's how their nature. That's how they've been do on their own region, Aparnal and Barghazal. Okay? That is their nature. That is their lives. They've been living like that for the years and years, centuries to the centuries. Okay? But you forget yourself that you become a little by little to be like them. Because you are losing your own culture, you're losing where you come from, and you are following those three groups. Okay? Those three groups I mentioned, which is the Dinka and the Nuer and the Shuluk, those people, okay, they are not Equatorians, but they are in Equatorian. And at the same time, okay, you as the Equatorian leader, you never differentiate them. You make all the Equatorians look wicked because you don't want to do something to Equatorians. You leave the land of Equatorian to everybody. You leave the children of Equatorians to everybody. And this is not how our culture is. So today you feel like maybe South Sudan, but you are the one who finishing. You are the one who's been a change, which is a demographic change. We talked about that before. Okay? This thing, you know, if we wait another 5 years, another 10 years, there is nothing called Central Equatoria. There will be nothing called Central Equatoria. Even there is a name is called Central Equatoria, there will be a central of Dinka and Nuer and Shuluk. Because they are the majority there. People never look at that. People, they're just thinking about, you know what? We South Sudan. Look at the Dinka. Juzula juzu min Janjawid. Look at the Nuer. Juzula juzu min Janjawid. Look at the Shuluk. Juzula juzu min Janjawid. And at the same time, they're in South Sudan. And they want to bring change in South Sudan. And at the same time, they're fighting over there in the northern Sudan. Okay? Against the Arab people. Just tell me. What is those people want? What is the Dinka want? What is the Nuer want? What is the Shuluk want? You see? So, I wish Kalam de Geda Dakul Frasnas. You see, this war now is being cooled down. For what? Because for their both side interests. Not for your interest, you Equatorians. You Equatorians as nobody in South Sudan. Because you are the one put your value down like this. You don't want to step up. You don't want to do anything. Okay? To help yourself. At least let the world know who you are. But you don't want to do that. Means you are done. Look at the Ugandans people. Now they try to, you know, they work hard to talk about the Equatorians issues. And to know a little bit of history of South Sudan. You know, but you Equatorial leaders, you just are a useless human being. You are an enemy to yourself and to your people. Because you think that when you are running after the Dinka, you will be somebody else. You see that when you are running after the Nuer, you will be something else. You see that when you are running to Shuluk, you can be something else. This is the one of the stupidity thing, okay, and useless thing. You have been doing it. You don't seeing it, okay? Because what is hurting you, what is hurting me when I see Equatorians for more than, you know, since we have this South Sudan, it's almost 22 years. Equatorians never get their senses. Equatorians never stand by themselves. And like, you know what? How our future generation is going to look like. If these things keep going on and on and on and on, there is no change. Do you think you're going to get that power? In the front of the Dinka and the Nuer and the Shuluk? If you don't stand up for yourself as Equatorians, you are done. We Equatorians, we never be wicked like this. But I wish one day Equatorians must think for their lives. Think about your future. Think about this country. Where is this country taking you? Then you have been sitting, try to kiss us Dinka, try to kiss us Nuer, try to kiss us Cholo, that you think maybe you are fixing the problem. You are not fixing anything. You are not going to change anything. Because this is the nature of these people. You see, we talk about the revolutions of South Sudanese against the Arab. Do we have an Arab today in South Sudan? Are we separate now? So what is the reason Dinka are fighting the Northern Sudan? What is the reason Nuer are fighting the North Sudan? What is the reason Shuluk are fighting in South Sudan? And at the same time, they are in South Sudan. Just tell me. Itaku leaders are not the Equatorians. This is not about hatred. It's about just a common sense. You know? ما في زول علينا هيجي ندي البيت بتاعك. انت تندي البيت بتاعك بنفسك. ما في زول هيجي يقول لك علينا كوب مويه في بيت بتاعك قاعد احرق قبل لسه ما انت ما تكوب مويه في بيت بتاعك قاعد احرق. لكن our future generation اتحرقت في Equatoria. Our population is being reduced in Equatoria. And abuse going on left and right in Equatoria. And Equatorian, they don't have no time to sit for themselves to think about, you know what, we really messed up. When our fathers started fighting the Jalaba of 1956, Anyanyawan, kan Equatorian elders bitana del, Judud Nadel, among kan Jara Lanuer, there was the run to Nuer, that they need help. They run to Dinka, that they need help. They run to Shuluk, that they need help. No, they stand for themselves. Ria, kalamide sa wala galat. So when they stand for themselves, what happened? The name of Equatorians, the proudly movements, which is Anyanyawan, today the one who brought this South Sudan to be a country. That's not the ideology of any motherfucker from Bargazal or Apana. Those are the ideology of Equatorians. Nobody brought that. And I want people to understand this very well. Don't tell me you are Nuer. Don't tell me you are Dinka. Don't tell me you are Shuluk. You was fighting for the South Sudan. You are a South Sudanese. You are a Northern Sudanese. Because if you are not a Northern Sudanese, why are you still fighting in the North Sudan? Why are you still fighting in the North Sudan? What is your problem with the Northern Sudan? Tell us as a Junubin. If you are not useless and if you don't have any hiding agenda. You see the Dinka on the side of the Janjaweed. You see the Nuer on the side of Janjaweed. You see the Shuluk on the side of Janjaweed. And at the same time they say they are South Sudanese. Why are you fighting a Northern Sudanese? So if you are South Sudanese, this is the question here. This is the question here is going to Equatorian leaders. Equatorians who running always following others. Equatorians always who care about the others' business. Why can you mind your own fucking business? Why can you take care of your damn fucking business? Be responsible. Instead you've been an idiot and a followers. Until when you gonna be a followers? You follow the Dinka in 1983. You follow the Nuer in 2000 and you follow your Shuluk and Dinka. Internet, why you don't have no identity? Itama and the Kasas. You, our leaders, you guys don't have no feelings? There is no feelings? There is no feeling of army Equatorians? Why am I always running after people? Do you think the problem of South Sudan, it will be fixed between the Dinka and the Nuer? Cannot be fixed. Cannot be fixed because that is their nature. They've been living like this for centuries and centuries. Okay? Not you. Why don't you have that common sense? Why don't you have that mind? The Dinka and the Shuluk and the Nuer, that's how they are nature. That's how they've been living in Upper Nile like that. Killings, abusing, and all this stuff. That is their nature. But why are you involving yourself, you an idiot leader, Satana de Equatoria? Why don't you think that you are wasting the generations life in Equatoria? Because following these people, you are not going to gain anything. Did you gain something from the Haraka Shabia? Did you gain something from the Haraka Shabia? What did you contribute in Haraka Shabia? Are they proud of you contribute? No. They're never even proud of you contribute something. They never even look at you like you're a human being. Because you are just stupid followers. Instead of you allow people to follow you, you are the one who's following the people. You are Equatorian. You are the elephant of this country called South Sudan. But you don't see yourself, you are the elephant of South Sudan. If you stand up for your own right, nobody can try to fight you because you are the elephant. Nobody can fight the elephant. But we Equatorians, our leaders of Equatoria, I never see a useless and idiot leaders in Great Equatoria. Only I see it when South Sudan has become a country. Because this is not the work of the leadership. This is the work of the people who always fighting for their own stomach. This is not called leadership. Any leader in Equatoria, I don't see you as the leaders. I see you as the opportunities. I see you as just any trash. I see you as just a followers. You are not tired of being a followers? And what have you gained from all this you've been followed? You don't gain anything. This is the problem here. If Equatorian, they never think and sit down to do something for themselves, the life of Equatorians, it will be circling like this forever and ever and ever. You guys listen to me very well for what I'm talking about. Me, I'm a Bashir. I don't give a fuck. I'm Equatorians, and I know my enemy is a Dinka. Okay? But at the same time, I see the Nuer are not my enemy, but the Nuer are doing the same bullshit fighting in the northern Sudan. And I see the Shuluk people as opportunities. They're just waiting for chance to get whatever they want. That's what they've been doing. To me, I call them flip-flop. People with no identity, people with no dignity. People just at Buguloj, what is that called in Arabic? Intihazin. They're just waiting for their short time, they can get what they need. But if you ask what you Nuer are fighting in the North Sudan, there is a Nuer can respond that? No. So, okay, when they send Dinka is confused at the enemy of us, they are the cause of the problem in Northern Sudan. So why you Nuer are the part of the Northern Sudan fighting? So this is the thing here. When I think about this, all these matters going on in South Sudan, it makes me like, you know what, this South Sudan has a long way to go. This South Sudan has a long way to go. Because this South Sudan mentality, it's in Equatoria. Not in Bargazal, not in Aparnal. You see it? Because who are those who really care about the South Sudan issue? Who are those have been fought the Jalaba from the day one, from the beginning? So that the rest, when they fall apart, does not mean that they are the what? They are the minds of the ideology of South Sudan. They are just fall apart. But you are the real example. Because when you stand up, you are fighting the Northern Sudan about the South Sudan matters, people come follow you. Okay? So now, the people who follow you has no ideology like you does. Because you are the Itazol al Kibra, you are the one who is start things. Okay? 8 years old, when you start something, okay, and you never move forward with something you are studying it, know that these things is being done. So, Kalamta Junub Sudan, ma Junub Sudan, they're just using it as the language, as the opportunity. But the minds of the politician or militaries from the Nuer or from the Dinka or from the Shuluk, their mind is in Northern Sudan. Their mind is in the Northern Sudan, not in South Sudan. Listen to this very careful. You Equatorian leaders, if you are too far away, you're still far away. You don't want to get close with your brothers Equatorians, so to do the right thing. Trust me. Trust me. Wallahi, chufta Equatorial da haikun mal jalalib badishia. Haikun dem dawla ta muslimin. Haikun de dawla ta gabala nilia. Ana gad gulakum kalam da. Wana gad gulakum kalam da. I keep repeating myself and I don't want to repeat myself. I keep being saying that until I want to see Equatorians to stand and think what they can do, how they can move forward. Example, we never questioning ourselves. Those movements of EDF, those movements of Equatorian Defense Force, when they started, are they started in Juba or they started in Bush? Why are they started? Are we questioning that? And what are the reasons they create something called Equatorian Force? And what is that? What was that? Because this thing is been there since 90s. The ideology of Equatorian Force, the ideology of EDF, all this, Equatorian never asked themselves, those people, what come on their minds to come with these movements called Equatorian movement. So that means those elders who die, who is not here today with us, they see something is not right in the Dinka, in the Nuer, in the Shuluk. But there are some selfish Equatorians, they will never survive between the Dinka. They will never survive between the Nuer. They will never survive between the Shuluk. They have to be part of those 3 tribes. Those are some individual useless Equatorians. And they still has that brain mindset. They still has that mindset. If without the Dinka, he's nobody. If without the Nuer, he's nobody. If without no Shuluk, he's nobody. Those tribes will still have it in Equatoria. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to think. They don't want to figure things out. They're just like that. And that's what I said. It's time for every single Equatoria to refresh his mind, to refresh his brain, to be a born jadid or a newborn or a newborn jadid. Hajat kenisa gulugal born jadid or a newborn or a born jadid. You need to born jadid and think about the Equatorian future. Because this going on, I don't think so. Something going to change. I don't think so. Something will be changed. Because you need to go deep and read about these people culture in Upper Nile, and read about these people culture in Barghazal. Death is nothing to them. Hunger is nothing to them. School, whatever is nothing to them. Humanity is nothing to them. That's how they're living. Centuries to centuries, like that. You messed up with me, I will come to you and fuck you up. That's how their life is. If you don't understand this, that's your problem. But I'm here to give you the fact is, Equatorian, you need to put your act together before it's too late. Before it's too late. There is a lot of things still coming up. And we are here on social media. Eye to eye. And you guys will remember what I'm talking about. I'm not here to buy any bullshit or here to politicize the problems going on in South Sudan. Whatever is going on in South Sudan, this is not politics. This is the reality. It's the reality. It's not politics. So you better know that. You calling yourself, we're calling ourselves, we Equatorial, we are educated. But these educations, I don't think so. Where is that mind of using that knowledge of education? Are you educated to become a useless, or you educate to educate others to be well educated like you? Are you finish your school to be a useless, or you finish your school to do something better? So people, Equatorians, wake up before it's too late. I'm still here, and I still have some breath to breathe when I'm come outside to talk about the matters of Equatorians. Because charity is start from home. If you cannot protect your home, mean you are useless, mean you are not a leader, mean you are just a woman or coward. And we have leaders, but they fail to put their hands together. So what is the reason you are a leader? You, the one on the side of Central Equatoria, you, the side of Eastern Equatoria, you on the side of the Western Equatoria, are you guys another leaders? What is that can make you guys fail not to put their hands together? Can you guys not put your hands together to push those muafinin to Equatoria, al muarasinta Dinka, wala muarasinta Nuer, wala muarasinta Shuluk Dabara? You guys cannot do that. You can do it. But why you guys still watching? Like tomorrow it will be better. Tomorrow it always will not be better for you as Equatorians. Because the domination is in our land. The dominations, the changing demographic is in our land, not in Barghazal, not in Upper Nile. The push in Uganda and in Kenya, Ethiopia, you don't know for what reason? Until today, you want to tell me that the Nuer is good, the Dinka is good, the Shuluk is good? To me, they are all the same. Everybody is fighting for own interests. Nuer are fighting for the React to come to be president. Dinka have been fighting using all the Junubin as an Innu, Yer Kabunas, Yer Kabunas Leel An. You, what are you doing, Equatorians? What are you doing? Puppies? Running after the people? You cannot do your own thing? You cannot build your own house? You cannot fix your own house? You cannot stand for yourself? Shame on us as Equatorians. Shame on us as Equatorians. Because until today, after all these years, I never ever heard that Equatorians, now they put their act together, they put their mind together. You know? Just then selfishness. تلقى واحد جاري كلام كنيسة قالوا زول مسؤول. تلقى واحد جاري كلام مع شراميط قالوا زول مسؤول. تلقى في تاني جاري كلام تا زواج وما زواج وبلدك منتهي. في تاني جاري هنا حاجات كده is very very stupid, and I never see that behavior in my life. Dad, you can choose a fun over your people. You can choose the happiness over your people who are suffering. You can choose a life over your people who are paying the price in Equatorial land. What does that mean? There is a misleadership. If there is a leadership, those behavior, it will all stop. all this behavior will stop. Equatorial Kijarajar Kalam de Kenisa, Al Kijarajar Kalamat Havlat, Uzawaj Kalamat Farag, they will stop. If there is a movement that can representing them, this is called leadership. No, if it just figure ground, I believe that thing can get in the people's mind and people will start change. That's why we call leadership is start from home. Lo Abu Ali Lama fi Jobet, Iyal Kulu Betala Makosin, Iyal Kulu Betala Manafin, Mahaile, Le Anomafuzol Musul. Ali Lama fi Kotoran leaders, Ashankida. Fi kotera la kijara fi kenisa alkikore anna tarabona alkikore anna narabona kosi walkijara gala anna geramo lo barnamij anna tazawaj demu niki jozu demu maki jozu alkijara beja kalam to mutu ufi nafsi oki mutu da kijata ikikore gal demu na katolita that because adama leadership. If there is a leader on the ground representing Equatorians, I believe alela so-called leaders there can enter our heart, can enter us and can make us do something right. But the problem we are dealing with the coward leaders, Equatorians. They fail to stand their stay and call and say that enough is enough. We Equatorians, we need our land to be clean. Enough for anybody who disturbing us in our land. This is not happen. We need leaders who can do that. And then from there, all these who pretending they can change their minds, and they can hear you, and they can do the right thing. Like I said, can Mafi's Musul zot Abu Fibet, Eyal Batlaman Afin. Mafi Jana Bukun Quest. Kuluzol Bukun Kiman business at all, Alderda Talab, Sukuruji Aldertala, the Bangi Aldertala, Harami Aldertala, Mojunun Aldertala, Le Lano Mafi, Abu Fibet. This is what is going on to our community. There is no any movement that can represent Equatorial. So all this to stop. It's all about the charity, all about tajji, all about support. Equatorian today, they cannot do anything. They cannot amolo haja sakitwa lele ano mafi haja bi suba mbukun farhanin. That's why finance bigger, abonat finance bigger, shunu finance bigger shunu. Why لأنه ما في أي حاجة نضيف ما في حاجة كده اللي بميك سنس بحرك ناس بلموا ناس لكن هل لك كان في أبو في بيت إيال كله بيجا جاني فلتا وباسوما في شنو Equatorians need to stand up. Equatorians need to think about their future generations. Are we going to live like this forever? Are we going to end up like this? Because we end up as a zero record. We, Equatorian, are not counting in South Sudan. You can hear every tribe of South Sudan, but you can never hear Equatorians. That is the tribe. Equatorians are the tribes. But there is no anything that the tribe of Equatoria or Equatorian can do it, so the world can know something about them. And that's what my concern is. 43 plus tribes, not even 10 or 20, want to put their hands together and do something. Shame on us, Equatorians. Shame on us. Very, very shame on us. Very, very shame on us. Italo leader akas mati dinagda. Shame on you that you don't want to stand as the man who care about his own children. Because the leadership is start from the home. Charity is start from home. Everything on this earth is start from where you belong to it. But if you are running after people, do you think you're doing the right thing? You tried that before. You ran with Tajarawara Espele. What Espele brought it to you? Tajarawara Ayo. What Ayo brought to you? What? Itazata kataneta Espele. Itajarawara Nas Mu'alin Nashuluk del Siasin Bidashulu. Ita Gayarta Shunufishunu Gayar. So people has to come to their own sense. I want Equatorian to come to their own sense and sit down okay, and work the thing out. Equatorians need to sit down. That's my conclusion. Because these issues of South Sudan, if you don't stand as who you are, nobody can know nothing about you. Anybody can come and spit on your head. Anybody can come and poop on your head. Anybody can come and do anything they want to do on you. And you have no any defense. You have no anybody who can protect you. This is us Equatorians, in our land Equatorians. You are in Uganda, Congo, Kenya, and Ethiopia. And Al-Asaf Al-Kabir, Equatorian وصل لحد في Somalia. There is a majority of Equatorians living in Somalia. Do you guys believe that? I believe maybe nobody know that. Very shame on Equatorian. On Equatoria. Today my case is Equatoria. Equatorian must think to unite themselves before it's too late. Because Hajat al-Mashida is not on your side. It's not on your favorite. It's not going to help you. You are the one who was useless. You are the one going to be a loser. Nobody's going to be a loser. Do you know why? A loser is not counting. Are you counting in South Sudan? If you are counting in South Sudan, you are counting as what? As a resident? Or as what? As a dog? Or as what? I don't have a lot to talk about it. I will stop here. في حاجات كتير جالية يا جماعة. عشان كده جيت قلت أرسل رسالة لأهلي إيكواتورينز لأنه مشكلة جنوب ده it's very very complicated. I know nobody can know what I'm talking about it. Lakin whoever understand what I'm talking about it, keep that on your head. If we Equatorians don't put our hands together, we will be the slave of that country called South Sudan. Because we already improved that 21 years, no anything to represent Equatorians. 21 years, no anything come on the mind of Equatorians that let's do something for ourselves. Why are we always running after people? Are we not men enough? We can do something for ourselves. Are we minority for Junub Sudan? No. We are the elephant